Hi, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be reading you Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. And the special thing about this story is it was one of my favorites when I was a little girl. And it still is, even though I'm a big grown-up. So we are going to dive in, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Where the Wild Things Are. Here's our title page with our author and illustrator. Maurice Sendak did the pictures and the words. So talented. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And another. Mischief means he's kind of being sneaky and naughty and he's not really up to good things. He's making mischief. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Ooh. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Look at that. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. It's pretty magical. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with his magic trick of staring into all of their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of all of the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." You can use these pictures to help you figure out what the word rumpus means. What does it look like they're doing? Wild rumpus. They're dancing. They're climbing and swinging. They're just being little wild things. Notice Max has his crown on. He's the king now. They're celebrating his king. They're celebrating their king, sorry. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely, and he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. and it was still hot. Thank you so much for listening to my story with me. Every time I read it, it makes my heart just feel so warm because it reminds me of when I was a little girl and I always used my imagination just like Max did. So what ways can you use your imagination today? Maybe you can draw and create something. Just have some fun. And I'm thinking of you all and I miss you so. I'll see you guys soon.